Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight had something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone, conversations with a stranger I barely know, swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. Every pure intention ends when the good times start. Falling over everything to reach the first time spark. Started on the neon lights and then it all got dark. I only know how to go too far. My bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone, conversations with a stranger I barely know, swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. We took the long way round and burned till the fun ran out. Now my bad habits lead to late nights, sitting alone, conversations with a stranger I barely know, swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after two. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you.
please be seated? And if you would be so kind, do us the favor of turning off and putting away your phones. All right, let's begin. Friends, family, and Bears fans hoping to enjoy at least one good thing this weekend. Welcome to Saravan and welcome to Chicago, America's third coast, second city, and #1 wedding destination on this fall weekend. Since Abby and Justin got engaged in December, countless hours have been put into planning every detail of today. Those of you who know Abby might assume that all that planning was done within a day of them getting engaged. But don't underestimate the amount of work required. It took her a full week. Regardless, both Abby and Justin are so excited that all of you are here today to share their happiness. In attendance today are the people who will share in their joys in the years to come, as well as console them during trying times. The people with whom they will laugh and cry, celebrate and mourn. As their marriage grows from the seed that is planted today, they will depend on you to be there for them, as I know they will be there for you. And so it is both fitting and necessary for this wedding to take place in the presence of Abby and Justin's friends and family, before the community that will sustain them as they begin their life together. Thank you for being here. For their reading today, Abby and Justin have chosen The Art of Marriage by the author Wilfred Peterson. Although Peterson wrote 9 books and hundreds of articles over the course of his career, he is best known for this short poem, a sweet, idealistic reflection on the shared values and commitments that make for a fulfilling life together. Fittingly, the poem will be read today by Greg and Katrina Folks, a married couple themselves and dear friends of the bride.
Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things.
It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you, at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted.
It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers the whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy.
It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humor. It is having a capacity to forgive and forget.
It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow old. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
Thanks, Greg and Katrina. For this section of the wedding, I thought about offering some marriage advice of my own, but I realized I probably wasn't going to top something that's been read at thousands of weddings over the years. Instead, I'm going to take you on a quick tour through Abby and Justin's relationship. Abby and Justin's story began on Hinge, Tinder's classier cousin. Although they have Hinge to thank for their initial pairing, neither of them had much patience for the app itself. Justin, quote, wanted to secure that first date and get in there before I said something stupid. And Abby, quote, asked him the minimum number of questions required to make sure he wasn't a serial killer. And agreed to meet up after Justin suggested an 8 a.m. breakfast ticket at the Royal Diamond. As many of you know, Abby isn't a morning person, but she figured anyone who's willing to do first date that early in the day was probably all right. Unfortunately, it set the stage for the first challenge in their basis relationship. Justin has the timing of a Swiss watch. If he shows up a minute late to a party, I immediately alert the authorities. To nobody's surprise, then, Justin was on time for this date, eager to meet his fellow traveler enthusiast. Abby was not on time. She woke up late and was running 15 minutes behind, and poor Justin thought this was just the latest chapter in a lengthy run of bad dates. But as you may have surmised from the fact that we're all assembled here today, Abby did eventually show up. Justin had already earned an out of a frappuccino by the time she arrived, and they hit it off immediately. Aside from a brief disagreement about how long it takes to sail to a far dinner from Chile. As they were leaving the restaurant, Justin immediately suggested a second date, and things progressed quickly from there. Before they could fall in love, though, they had to overcome several more obstacles. On their second date, Justin ordered karage from ramen-san. It was perturbed when Abby declined to share it with him. On the next date, still determined to share his love of food with Abby, Justin tried offering her some eggs in the blanket. Again, Abby refused. What was going on here? Eventually, Abby revealed her dark secret. She was a vegetarian. Even though Justin had always told himself that he could never date a vegetarian, he was in way too deep at that point, and his fears were allayed when he realized that Abby wasn't one of those judgmental vegetarians. Over the next few months, they fell in love. As with many couples, this happened gradually, a sentiment that swelled with each successive dating test. While it's hard to pinpoint the precise moment when they fell in love, I find it telling that both of them realized it for the first time when they were visiting family members. For Abby, it happened in Spokane, Washington, while she was backing into Jacob and Somi's driveway in the dark. It was New Year's Eve, and Abby was terrified of accidentally denting their car while executing a challenging three-point turn right at the edge of the garage. Without prompting, Justin sprang out of the car and guided her in like an air traffic controller, reassuring her at every step of the process. As Abby told me, I knew I loved him before then, but that's solidified it. For Justin, seeing Abby around his family was what sealed the deal. They had gone out to visit Jeanette, Michael, Ava, and Eden. And Justin was immediately struck by the way Abby treated his family and the warmth of their interactions. To quote Justin, once I saw that, I was like, done. And of course, it didn't hurt that Janelle also immediately approved. As they were driving back to Chicago that night, Justin said, I love you for this time. As they continued their journey over the last 2 years, they found many more things to love about each other. Abby loves Justin's humor, his kind-hearted nature, and his steadfast refusal to hold a grudge, even if she suspects it's because he just doesn't remember. Justin loves Abby's patience and kindness, her unmatched communication skills, and the fact that she keeps him on his toes by asking him a lot of questions. Although Justin wishes to offer a bit of advice to all the husbands out there, if your wife ever asks you a hypothetical question like, would you still love me if I was a worm? Just say yes. As they begin their next day, they have a lot to look forward to. Abby hopes Justin always kisses her goodbye when he goes to work in the morning and gets up to make her breakfast, just like Jim does for me. Justin hopes Abby keeps finding new ways to keep him active, and he's so committed to this that he actually put a pair of Peloton shoes on the registry instead of the video game that we all know he wanted. And as their shared interest in travel is one of the things that initially brought them together, it's probably unsurprising that they're both looking forward to decades more of traipsing around the globe together, as long as they don't ever have to go back to Blue Memphis. I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't imagine a better couple more suited for each other than just us. Whether it's vacation planning, wiring your smart home, or just being there for your friends when they need you, the two of you are an incredible team, and I can't wait to see how you'll grow together in the years ahead. No matter the direction you choose, know that the people assembled here today will be there with you every step of the way to support you as you supported them. And now, before we make things official, it's time for the exchange of vows. Justin and Abby will recite marriage vows they've written for each other. Justin will get us started.
All right, Justin, repeat after me. Abby, you have taught me that two people join together with respect, trust, and open communication.
Abby, you've taught me that two people who love each other with open trust and communication
Can be far stronger and happier than each could ever be alone.
can be far stronger and happier together than alone.
You are the strength I didn't know I needed,
You are the strength I didn't know I needed,
and the joy that I didn't know I lacked.
and the joy I didn't know that I lacked.
Today, I choose to spend the rest of my life with you.
Today, I choose to spend the rest of my life with you.
Lean in. All right, thanks, Justin. Abby, please repeat after me. Justin, I choose you to be my husband, my life partner.
Justin, I choose you to be my husband, my life partner.
I promise you my unconditional love, fullest devotion, and most tender care.
I promise you my unconditional love, fullest devotion, and tender care.
Through the pressures of the present and the uncertainties of the future.
Through the pressures of the present and the uncertainty of the future.
I promise to love, honor, respect, and cherish you.
I promise to love, honor, respect, and cherish you.
Ouch.
All the days of our lives.
all the days of our lives.
You are everything I need.
You're everything I need.
Thank you both. Justin and Abby, we've all witnessed your exchange of vows. Now it's time to affirm your love and commitment by exchanging your rings. For millennia, couples have exchanged rings as a symbol of love and undying commitment, believing that the circular shape of the ring represents the eternal nature of marriage. May the rings you exchange today serve as a daily reminder of the limitless love that you have for each other. All right, looks like we're already good to go here.
Oh, whoops.
All right. Justin, please place the ring on Abby's finger and repeat after me.
Okay. Ready to go? Abby, this ring is a token of my love.
Abby, this ring is a token of my love.
I marry you with this ring,
I marry you with this ring,
with all that I have
with all that I have,
and all that I am,
with all that I am,
and all that I could ever hope to be.
and all I could ever hope to be.
Now I ask, you got the ring already?
I do.
Oh, you're way
I'm
up.
ready.
Look at these guys, so prepared. All right, Abby, place the ring on Justin's finger and repeat after me. Justin, I give you this ring
Justin, I give you this ring.
as a sign that I choose you
It's a sign that I choose you
to be my love, my partner, and my friend.
to be my love, my partner, and my friend.
Wear it, think of me, and know that I love you.
Wear it, think of me, and know that I love you.
Although I knew Abby first, Justin and I immediately bonded over our shared love of essentially every nerdy cultural thing out there. In that spirit, I'd like to conclude with a wish for the newlyweds, paraphrased from one of Justin's favorite quotes. May you live happily ever after to the end of your days. And I'm sure you will, my dear friends. Together with the people gathered here today, may you continue to grow side by side, hand in hand, enriching each other's lives through thick and thin. So without further ado, by the power vested in me by the state of Illinois, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Justin, you may kiss your bride. And now I am very pleased to present to you for the first time, Abby and Justin Mascarenas.
To my love, took it down. Climbed a mountain and I turned around. And I saw my reflection in snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child in my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my Well, I've been afraid of changing, 'cause I've built my life around you. But time makes you bolder, even children get older, and I'm getting older too.
All right, let's give a big round of applause, everybody.
When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. It's the wonder of you. And when you smile, the world is brighter. You touch my hand and I'm a king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you.
All right, folks. Let's give a big round of applause, everybody.
Hey, everybody. I'm Jim, and I'm Abby's dad. So that's my only claim to fame my entire life. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy lives to come and help us celebrate today. Really appreciate that. It means more than you can ever know. And especially want to thank Justin's family for being so kind and welcoming us to your community and your family. Thank you so much. It means the world to us. And I want to give a shout out to all those people who have traveled today, who come from small towns and farms like I do, and are finding the Chicago area just a little challenging. I mean, the traffic and the parking and the price of everything. It's a little bit of a culture shock, but it's good. It's good to get out and experience new things. So thank you for welcoming us to our community. Wow. Our daughter got married today. And I know it's cliche to say, but where did the time go? It seems like just yesterday that we loaded up the old car and we headed to Des Moines, Iowa to pick up this little girl that came to us from Korea. And I have to admit, the first time I saw her, I was like, oh my God. She was this tiny, frail little thing. She looked, well, I don't want to say malnourished, but she just, you know, she kind of held her head to one side. She didn't talk. She looked kind of listless. And I'm thinking, you know, as a dad, I'm like, oh boy, what have we got ourselves into now? We're going to have a lifetime of taking care of this child, which I was ready to do, but, you know, it didn't look like it was going to develop into the fairy tale that I thought it was going to be. Little did I know that was all a ruse developed by Abby. She was sandbagging us. She set us up, there's no doubt about it. Within about 2 weeks, maybe a month, she was pretty much running our entire household. And she continued to run our household till the day she left for college. And then on break, she would come home and pick up the pieces because, quite literally, our household fell apart when Abby left. Because if you know Abby, she is the most organized person in the entire world. So Justin, if you could just let her come home once in a while just to kind of straighten out our finances and stuff, you know, it would be a big help. It really would. Yep. I've got a lot of stories I could tell about Abby, but I'd be up here all night if I did that. The one thing I do want to say is, you know, this is the day that every father dreams about, and at the same time, every father dreads. You're excited that she's found the man of her dreams, someone she wants to spend the rest of her life with. But you're also filled with dread because you know you're being replaced. This day is really kind of a paradox. It's definitely an emotional roller coaster. And yet this is as it's supposed to be, I think. In your heart, you're filled with joy that your little girl has found someone that she's chosen to share the rest of her life with. So well done, Abby. Well done. But as a dad, I do have to tell one funny story, right? Got to tell a dad joke. And rather just tell it about Abby, I'll tell it about both of them because first time I met Justin, it was just kind of a hi and goodbye. It was out in Spokane where Abby had mentioned they'd gone skiing or something. And we were flying out about the same time they were flying in. So I really didn't get to spend any time and get to know Justin until we came to Chicago, and Abby and my wife Leanne were shopping for wedding dresses. And I think they planned it so Justin and I would have to do some man bonding or whatever they call it nowadays. And I will say, I don't think Justin and I have a whole lot in common. But that's okay, you know, that's okay. He's patient with me. I'm probably not as patient with him, but I try. But anyway, one thing we decided to do, and he humored me, we decided to go to the Chicago Auto Show, because I'm kind of a car guy. So they went shopping, we headed to the Chicago Auto Show, and very first thing, you know, that I've learned about Chicago is your people, your whole life revolves around finding a parking spot, I think. But somehow Justin managed to find one right outside the front door. And I'm like, wow, this guy must be a VIP or something, you know? So we park, we go in, we spend a couple hours looking at the cars. And we had planned on meeting Abby and Leanne later for supper. And as we left, we go out, go to the car, and there's a ticket on the car. And Justin had this look and panic in his eye, and I'm like, so you got a parking ticket, right? First words out of his mouth, don't tell Abby. Don't tell Abby. Okay, won't tell Abby. So we go to leave, and I don't know if it was where we were intending to go or if he was kind of nervous about the whole thing, but we ended up on Lower Wacker Drive. Now, as a person not from Chicago, I've heard horror stories. I've heard tourists go on Lower Wacker Drive and are never heard from again. I don't know. But we went down there and we're flying, and Justin seems like he knows where he's going. And he goes, yeah, we turn up here. And we get up there and it's closed. So we fly past that exit and we go to the next one. And he's going so fast that we miss that exit. And I don't know, it seemed like we went around in circles about 3 or 4 times, but we eventually got out of there. And we went to Giordano's, I believe it was, because Justin does not like Illuminati's, I found out. Anyway, we met the girls for dinner, and we walk in, and I swear to God, we no more sat down, and Abby looks at Justin, and she says, what's wrong? And he's like, nothing, why? And she goes, you got a parking ticket, didn't you? And I'm like, what? He's looking at me like I narked him out or something, and I'm like, I swear to God, I didn't say a word, you know? I didn't say a word. And all I'm thinking is, man, you're not going to be able to get by with anything, are you? Anything. I guess the other thing I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to give advice to the married couple. That's like asking the fox to watch the hen house, I think. But I guess I'll just say this, you know, and it's common sense. You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. Everybody knows that. My mother-in-law told me the other day that people nowadays seem to think that marriages should be 50-50, but she says it never is. She says some days it's 60-40, some days it's 70-30. For me, it's a good day if it's 95-5, I don't know, but you roll with it, right? And in the end, I think it all averages out, but time will tell. But I will say this, Leanne and I have been married 42 years. Have no idea how or why that she has stuck with me this long, but thank you for doing so. But I will say that if there's one thing that I have learned is, and it's good advice not just for married people, but I think for everybody in general with all the things going on in the world today, talk less, listen more, because you can learn a lot if you just listen to somebody. And when you listen, don't listen with this, listen with this. I think it will serve you well. Last thing, before I take a seat, one last task, and it's both my honor and my privilege. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses and join with me, wishing them a long, healthy, and a very happy future together. To Abby and Justin.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who may not know me, and thank you for the introduction, I'm Nicole, or Nix, as Abby will call me, and some of you might hear. And I have the immense honor of being Abby's maid of honor, as well as I'd like to think her best friend. So we've been friends since our freshman year of college, and I stand before you today, not just as a friend, but as someone who has witnessed the incredible journey that has brought us all together here today. Abby has been a constant in my life, which is not just an understatement or not necessarily an easy feat. As anyone can attest, she is one of the most compassionate, reliable, intelligent, and strong women you will ever know. Our friendship has stayed strong despite any distance, and that has sometimes grown and shortened over the last 13 years. And Abby never made this feel like an obstacle. I'm grateful for her passion for adventure and travel. And so our adventures through all of this has allowed us to create some amazing memories that are as diverse as the places we've been, because if you've all met Abby, will travel just about anywhere for anything. So that's been wonderful. Okay, and I've talked about Abby. I could go on about Abby for days. She's just an incredible person. And I will literally tell people Abby is who I want to be when I grow up. But let's talk about the guy who's become an integral part of this journey as well, and that is Justin. I remember the first time I heard about Abby meeting Justin. As you guys have all heard, I'll do a little brief synopsis, but it was a Hinge date, and it was for breakfast. And everybody who knows Abby she's not a morning person. And so the fact that this was a breakfast date was pretty impressive to start off with, regardless of if she was late or not. But she woke up eventually. And so as time continued, you could tell there was something different about Justin. Unfortunately, I didn't get to meet him right away, but hearing over the phone with over 6,500 miles, I believe, between us, you could hear there was something different about this guy. The way she spoke about him, the way she talked about how he complimented her life and they made each other a better version of themselves was just something to really admire. Sorry. And so eventually I did travel, got to hang out with Abby for a little bit, and I do remember the first time I met Justin as well. As people will know, Abby is a very organized human. She already knew that we were going to meet, and of course this was another breakfast day. And when she asked me if I wanted to meet Justin, I said, absolutely. If this is somebody who is important to you, they're important to me. And I didn't quite know what to expect. I know she liked him, so I could only figure that I would like him. And then during that breakfast, met Justin, absolutely incredible. Learned that he skydived as well, so some really interesting conversation. And then unfortunately, I was like, I'll put together a collage. I have no pictures together. I have pictures of the food we ate together as people who may know Justin, but I don't have pictures of us together. But yeah, I looked, I'm sorry. But I quickly discovered that this was not just an interesting guy, but someone who shared the sense of adventure that truly complemented Abby, and that's all you can ask for a best friend. Their relationship is a beautiful blend of kindness, strength, and unwavering support. And of course, it's filled with a kind of love that led to a globe-trotting proposal across Amsterdam and Germany, which, again, I feel like I get to be these very small slivers in their life. And I still remember the phone call. I think I pulled over my car because I was driving somewhere, and I was like, hold up, let me pull over. And hearing that was absolutely thrilled. And so it was a wonderful story and great to be a part of that. Today, as we celebrate the union of Abby and Justin, let us raise our glasses to a couple whose love knows no boundaries. May your journey continue to be filled with laughter, adventure, and the kind of love that transcends all adventures. Cheers to Abby and Justin. May this be your greatest adventure of all. Thank you.
All right. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Did not prepare for this, but here we go. So, Justin, I met you 17 years ago. We were roommates. And it just kind of went from there, honestly. Our friendship just kind of sprung, and, you know, you've just always been a good dude, honestly, man. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you and how thankful I am that you allowed me to be your best man at your wedding. So I just want to give you a hug, man. I'm sorry. But yeah, Justin's one of the most interesting people I've ever met, ever. You have a lot of good energy. You're very, very excitable. You're always down to go on an adventure. We can talk about literally anything, politics, religion, whatever. And you just always have some really interesting things to talk about and kind of go with that. And then Abby, wow, you put up with Justin. I mean, that's saying a lot. And not only that, you put up with both of us at the same time. Do you remember that when we came over there? And you were okay. Like, I was like, wow, she's amazing. I can't believe that, because no one can do that. So just keeping it real. So, but seriously though, Justin, you found literally the perfect woman. Literally. She's your unicorn, your Pegasus, your, I don't know, what's some Star Wars reference I'm trying to think of. But anyway, you know, the Jedi Master, all right? And I'm just very, very happy for you two, and I cannot wait to see what the future has for you guys, seriously. And I can't wait to have you babysit my kid too. Anyway, so, anyway.
Thank you very much for everyone who has been able to come to this event for us. I'd like to start off by thanking all of, the servers and all the vendors that helped us make this happen. This is a new venue. This place just was opened last month, and we kind of signed on this contract sight unseen, but Spencer has done a fantastic job, and we loved working with him. I had the dinner. The chicken Florentine was fantastic. Chic Chef did a fantastic job. I loved it. I hope you enjoyed the meal as much as I did, because it was very delicious for me. All right, and also thanks to the photographers, videographer, and any other vendor I missed. Apologies, I forgot all of your names. Anyway, I also want to thank so much, deep in my heart, for the friends and family that are here with us today, making the journey all the way from Iowa, Minnesota, flying on planes, coming from across the nation, Texas, and friends and families that I am so glad that you could join us for this special event. I would like to give a special thanks to my mother and my sister, my family that's always been with me, always supporting me, and always believing in me and that I can do almost anything. And I also would like to thank the Thomases for welcoming me into your houses and your lives from the moment I've met you, even when it was in passing, when we were passing off the nephews and you're trying to get on a plane somewhere else, and I met you for 30 seconds. And we were just passing by each other. And I had Jin running screener for me, so he was hiding behind him, look, it's Jin. I also would like to thank my beautiful wife. Oh my God, I'm married. You guys believe that? Abby, thank you so much for completing my life, for swiping right on Hinge. I don't know what would have happened if you stood me up at Little Goat Tavern. I would have probably just finished my appetizer and left sad. But honestly, you are an amazing person. I love your intelligence, your beauty, your grace, your organized skill, and your ability to tell me in a very soft way that I should turn my shirts inside out and not put them in the washing machine that way. I think that's all I really want to say, but again, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I don't know if everyone got creme brulee. There's creme brulee at the buffet station, and it is a buffet station, so if you're still hungry, feel free to eat some more. And let's be ready to party and have some more fun. And again, thank you so much for being here.